Apple recently released the iPhone 12. As a tech professional, I know the differences between the iPhone 11 and 12, but I asked someone who is buying the iPhone 12 despite purchasing the iPhone 11 last year, and I had them explain to me the difference between the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 12. Take a look. Now, before you start yelling at me, oh, he just hates Apple, or oh, he's just an Android fanboy, let me inform you that I do have an iPhone 11 Pro, and I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch that I use every day, and I love both of them. So, obviously, I don't just hate the brand. However, it isn't Apple's Command-C, Command-V behavior that's the problem. It's the fact that they chose to not include a power adapter or headphones in their new iPhone 12 box. This was done under the guise of reducing environmental waste, but that's not true. If it were, you would have the option of a free adapter at request and they wouldn't be charging an extra $20 for it. If Apple really wanted to reduce environmental waste, they would ditch the lightning bolt cable and just use USB-C on their iPhone. This would allow people using Androids, Macs, most PCs, video game consoles, video game controllers, and iPhones to all share one charger. But that would mean that Apple wouldn't be able to sell a proprietary iPhone cable anymore, and that would mean that they would actually stop producing more environmentally hazardous waste. Apple is currently the poster child for the concept of creating a problem and selling a solution. We already talked about the charger, but they've been doing this for years. They removed the home button on the iPhone, but sold a home button replacement. They removed the 3.5mm headphone jack, but they sold an adapter. However, plugging the headphones into the same port as the charger meant that you couldn't charge your phone and listen to music with the headphones simultaneously. So they sold an adapter for that too. They removed all USB-B ports and other ports from their MacBooks and replaced them all with exclusively USB-C. Don't get me wrong, I love USB-C, but with the way Apple is pricing their garbage adapters, it's very clearly about making money over customer convenience. Apple became a $1 trillion company off of the backs of everyday consumers like you and me. Apple used to be known for innovative solutions to pre-existing problems. Don't like a PC in the 1980s? Buy this Macintosh. Want to listen to music but don't want to carry around a bunch of CDs or tape decks? Buy the iPod. Having problems with your PC in the 2000s? Buy a Mac. Having troubles with the poor design of touchscreen phones? Buy an iPhone. Apple used to sell excellent solutions to pre-existing problems created by different companies. Problems that may or may not have actually existed, but their existence was at least perceived. Nowadays, they sell solutions to problems that they themselves have unapologetically created. Apple isn't the only company that does this either. Almost all companies that sell some sort of product do this in some way. Every product that you purchase is designed to solve some sort of problem. If you're hungry or thirsty, that's a problem, so you buy food or water. Living outside is a problem, so you rent a house or you buy a house. Having uncooked food is a problem, so you buy an oven, a toaster, microwave, etc. These problems are natural and their solutions are innocuous. However, the problem to problems lies in companies who create problems and sell solutions. For instance, Listerine wasn't selling well, so they marketed their product as a cure for halitosis. Halitosis is basically just bad breath, but a lot of other mouthwash companies existed, so in order to sell their product, Listerine invented halitosis. Listerine marketing the damaging effects of halitosis caused Listerine sales to skyrocket. As you know, people were trying to cure an imaginary disease. It just goes to show that as long as a problem is perceived, you can likely sell a solution for it, regardless of whether or not the problem was fabricated. Another good example of this is yogurt. Yogurt companies claimed that stomach discomfort was caused by not eating enough yogurt. This was not true at all, but it helped sales. They even started saying that it was scientifically proven, but it wasn't, and it resulted in a $45 million lawsuit. Honestly, they could have just been like, yogurt is good, and had Terry Crews do a lot of free advertising because, you know, Terry loves yogurt, and they would have sold yogurt. But instead, they chose to market their product as a cure for a made-up problem. Sure, stomach pain is real, but it's not caused by a lack of yogurt consumption. What would that even be called? Hypoyogurtphagia? There are tons of examples of companies creating problems and selling solutions through history, but I don't have time to go through all of them because there's so many. What I've already mentioned is shaving, and that's in a previous video which you can check out here somewhere. Sometimes it's on the bottom, depending on your device, and you'll get a tab thing. I will, however, share the one that was the most shocking to me, and that's the fact that a lot of cigarette companies also sell the products to help you quit smoking. Wild, right? This ensures that nicotine continues to sell even when people are trying to quit smoking, and it ensures that profits are made at the expense of human life, which, you know, isn't depressing at all.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
I'm not here to say that all companies are bad because they sell a solution. There's a lot of good solutions out there that I don't mind paying for. Instead, what I'm saying is that manipulating consumers, lying, and creating problems in order to sell solutions, that's bad. You may say, well, people are dumb, and that's true. But that doesn't mean we get to take advantage of them and create wealth at the expense of their perceived stupidity. People are still people, and they deserve to be treated as such. So, all of this to say, if you see your friend upgrading from an iPhone 11 Pro to the iPhone 12 Pro, stop them, or at least do so until their network has true 5G support. Well, that's it for this video. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more content by me, please consider subscribing to my channel. I come out with a new content at least once a week, so if you haven't checked out my channel, check it out. After you've done that, you should check out the sponsor to this video, National Realty Group. National Realty Group is a real estate company with offices located in Southern California. They're a one-stop solution office, meaning the real estate, mortgage, and escrow departments are located all in the same office. That means you can go through the whole process of buying or selling a house without the hassle of being bounced around to different companies. This makes the whole process a lot easier and a whole lot more enjoyable. Give them a call at 951-684-2600. Or, if you're like me and you don't like talking to people, visit their website at nationalrealtygroup.com.